Marmoush. He's just scored his first Premier League hat-trick against Newcastle with just 3 shots. And if you look here, with Ederson looking to play direct, you might expect Haaland to be the target. However, if you look closely, he drops short and Marmoush runs in behind. And in this clip, Marmoush has forced the defender way out of position, leaving a huge space to exploit in behind. So what exactly is Pep's plan for Omar Marmoush? And how is he confusing Premier League defences so devastatingly already? Welcome back to The Breakdown with me, James Alcott. We're here every single game week to go that little bit deeper on the most exciting Marmoush. This isn't Foden's natural game, and we often saw situations like this. As Gundogan makes an attacking run into the box in this game, he only has Haaland in support. Man City are outnumbered by 7 Brentford defenders, with 2 of them focusing specifically on, of course, Erling Haaland, which is understandable, right? He's an incredible striker and needs to be stopped, and he's always in the penalty box, right? And in this instance, Foden is on the edge of the box, but he's impossible to find in this situation. And that's the point. It's not a criticism, but it is the point. With Marmoush, you have a player with more of a striker's instincts that will always look for the space that is created when the opposition are focusing on Haaland, and that is exactly how Marmoush sealed his hat-trick against Newcastle United. So Phil Foden's here. He's about to pass the ball to Savinho, but keep an eye out for Marmoush at the back here, because what he does brilliantly is he stays away from Haaland. Those two really do play as a pair, but it's about when you attack certain areas of the pitch and certain spaces. And what we see as this unfolds for the third goal is all 4 of these players getting into the areas of the pitch that they love to get into. If we move it on, we can see that first of all, out of those 4, Savinho getting on the ball one-on-one, being able to dribble against his opponent. That's where he is sensational. But as we look to the left, you can see Marmoush still taking his time. Foden waiting on the edge of the box, which is where he's much better. He's much better in that zone 14 area. He's not really a penalty box guy. And when it comes to Haaland, we know what he likes to do. He likes to go to that back post. But what's really important here, these 2 defenders for Newcastle, they are constantly worried about Haaland. Now, times may change, and I'll explain why that doesn't actually matter too much in a second. But for this goal, there is that focus on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland peels to that back post, as you can see. And still, the main focus is on Erling Haaland. Where is Erling Haaland? Because he's always been that penalty box threat. But it's almost ghost-like in terms of Marmoush, but he has those natural instincts in terms of where do I need to get to and when do I need to get there. And because we know Erling Haaland is going to that back post, what should occur is that there should be a lovely space right here in the penalty box on that penalty spot. And if we move it along, we see exactly that. So despite 7 Newcastle players in the penalty box, by having Erling Haaland as such a focus for them, there's a lovely space there for someone with the profile and the senses of Marmoush to just slowly make his way and then calmly get his goal. So, can Pep Guardiola get Man City back to their best with Omar Marmoush and his new set of players? Well, the plan is taking shape, and the future's bright, and Marmoush has a huge part to play in that. If you look at the average age from that game against Newcastle, it was 25. In the game against Real Madrid in the Champions League just a few days before, 27.7. The new generation, the new iteration of Manchester City energy, and crucially, it's got Omar Marmoush.